Hello, we are going to look at a quick way to create an online worksheet for your students. You're going to go to wiser.me and you can click on join and then join. And it is free for a light version of it, and it is pretty resourceful, and I've enjoyed it a lot. So you would join there, and then once you've joined, you will click on login and log in to the account. And the first screen that you're taken to is where you can is the dashboard and where you can have all of your worksheets. And that's what we're going to do, is create a worksheet. But I wanted to show you also this Wiser community here that has just a lot of different worksheets out there that you can use as resources in your different subject areas. So if I click on math, I can see that there's some different ones, and I can click on some different tags to search, or I can add in. So there's a lot of resources already out there that will just give you some good ideas, but it also is very easy to create one. So we're going to create one today. We're going to go back to My Worksheets, and we're going to click on Create Worksheet. So we're going to do just some few simple questions there. When you first open up and click on Create Worksheet, it comes to your title, so what the students see there. And there's some different designs that you can use. There's some that are just math. There is, I'm going to use this one because I see that there's a circle one. So if I click on that, it's changing the different worksheet backgrounds. I'm going to use this one, and if I click on your title here, then I can enter in the title. If you don't like the font, you can go over here and change your font color, and it will change your font color through the whole worksheet. And then also you can change your different font types to whatever you want to use, or whatever you like, whatever your preference is. There's quite a few options. We're going to stick with what we started there. The very first thing I usually put in my worksheets is just a video for the students to watch so that they can learn the new content. Also like putting in videos because that's something they can go back and forth on. So even if it is a worksheet over what we did, I try to add a video. Sometimes I make my own videos. This time I'm going to use just a YouTube video that I've searched for on writing the equation of the circle. So we're going to click on, these are the different types of tasks that we can put on the worksheet. We're going to click on the video, and I have a worksheet or a video on putting circles in standard form. So I am going to copy and paste that, and then enter that link just right into my worksheet. And you notice as soon as I enter that, this video that I had open comes up. So I always like to check and make sure that it's the one that I wanted that's going in there. Then I'm going to put a title, and then I'm going to write some instructions. There's a few ways you can do that. You can enter your voice and put the instructions on there. That's kind of neat for the students to hear that, or you can do a video question. So depending on the age of your students and what they can do as far as reading. So I've entered that. This is what it shows you exactly what's looking like. Equation of the circle is what this video title I gave it, and then what they're supposed to do. So if it's what I like, I would just click done. And then that has that task entered there. So the beginning of a worksheet, pretty quickly got a video on there. Next thing we're going to do is just enter a question. I'm going to use the open question. So in this one, they can put in just short answer. It's kind of like a short answer question. So I can click on open question. And what I will pull off from this worksheet is this. I'm going to just copy and paste. I could type that pretty easy, but you can see that this works really well. Highlight that, Control C, enter that in there, and then grab another problem from there. Let's just do this one. and they're going to write an equation for the circle that satisfies the set of conditions, or each set of conditions, and I'd probably do more from there. And then if you notice down here, there's different answer sizes. They probably don't need very many, but you can do small, which is just one line that they can enter in, medium, or large. And you can see once we created it, there's the information. That's what they're going to do, and then they can type it in, and you can see they can even put a video in there. They can type it in, and they can even do subscripts, which I think is really cool for math. Right, so there we go. We have one question just entered in really quickly. Next, let's go ahead and enter, look at some of the other different options. We could do a multiple choice, which is obviously what it says. You click on that and you enter the question, and then you write in your different choices. Then this fill in on an image is neat. You can put a picture on there and then add in places where they would type in the answers. So if they were labeling like a map or something like that, that is really useful. And if you have that image already, then you can put that in there. Let's go ahead and do a matching question. So I'm going to click on matching. This one's kind of neat. They're going to draw, they're going to match the different items. So I'm going to have them match the equation with the correct graph. Then if I go down here to add matching pairs, this is you want to add in what they match up with. So on this one, I'm going to put in the equation. I'm going to click on this add media, and I can either add a voice or I can add a picture. And I have an equation here that I put in my images. So I just click on that and puts it in there. And there I'm going to add the correct choice there, because this lets it will also keep track of the kids' answers. So if you put the wrong choice, it's going to think that they did it wrong. So again, let's do 2 items. I'm going to obviously do a lot more, but this way you can kind of see what it looks like. And then we'll add in an image here. So just clicking on the add item and then going to the plus sign and then adding an image. So that's just a couple. I would obviously do more, but that just shows you, and it will mix them up, and then the students they'll see that without the lines there, and they would have to connect it. So they click on one and then click on the next one. And then let's do a drawing one, and that one just to show you kind of how that works. So on here, I'm going to have them, I'm going to split the screen so I can see both my worksheet. I'm going to have them find the center and radius of each circle. And make this title graphing. And I'm going to add an image. I'm going to actually put a coordinate plane on there so they can draw right on it. So again, it's just taking me to my images that I have, and click on there and you can see that image pops up. And so on this one, they can actually draw in their answer. So they can put their answer on the drawing. I probably would have made that a little bit bigger, but just for time's sake, I'm going to proceed on. So there's a few different options that you can put in there for questions. This reflection one is the one that you'd have to upgrade for, but there's still a lot of different options that you can put in there. So we've just done a quick worksheet, made 3 questions, and already have a good starting on a worksheet in those few minutes. All right, let me show you how to then assign it quickly, and then we'll talk in a later video about looking at the answers and on how that looks. So I'm going to click on save so that my worksheet there is saved. And then I would go to review, just make sure that I have everything exactly. This is showing you exactly what it's going to look like for the students. Notice that's there, and they can, so if they wanted to, they can draw their lines to the correct ones. That's how that looks. Kind of shows you an overview. Here they can take and draw in their circle. Hopefully they're better at that than I am. And so you can see the different images. And if it's something I like, then I would then assign it to the learners. You can go enter in some classes. What I like to do is just use a link and click on create assignment. And notice they have, this is connected right with Google Classroom, so I can click on that and sign that in. I can get a link. So if I wanted to send them, if you use OneNote, you could send that to them. Just copy and paste that link and they can go to it. And then also I can put a PIN number, and when you go to wiser.me, then there's an option where you can just put in your PIN number. So those are some things that I can do. Let's show you that. I'm going to copy and paste that and just show you how that would look, and then that will be the end of our video. All right. And then if you look at it, shows you what their answers are. So here is where they would enter their code. And that would take them to the video. All right. Thank you for, or take them to that. Thank you for watching my videos. If you have more questions, let me know. Thank you.